Hello, my beautiful people. If y'all know about that showbox, y'all need to get that there. You feel me? And not from Google. Get it from the Aptoid. Aptoid. You gotta download Aptoid application store. And once you download that app store, then you go through the apps and go for showbox, and they have anyway. So for the people that are, oh damn. Oh, y'all gonna see if I can. I guess that's what's recommended search, but what is a straw man? We could do a count or whatever, but we just gonna do the basics. For those that well, for those of you that's just ignorant as hell talking about, oh, it's fraud and all this bullshit or whatever, goddamn it, read a motherfucking book. But for those of you who are, interested in and y'all trying to do y'all research and want to learn where this money comes from or where these accounts come from and created, this is what it is. What is a straw man? Um, I just shout out to that baby Raquel. You feel me? Um, she helped inspire me to go ahead and put this video together right now. So yeah, I salute you, little baby. So this right here, the first thing pop up. Straw man is some bullshit. What they got here? Hold on, we gonna find some real shit. They talking about straw man argument. Quick and dirty tips. Urban Dictionary and flimsy and fragile, whatever the fuck. Let's see what Miriam say. Not to say if that's accurate or not, but I actually had one of their dictionaries, so either still have one. A weak or imaginary opposition, such as an argument or adversary, set up only to be easily confuted. A person set up to serve as a cover for a usually questionable transaction. You're a straw man. Um, serve as a cover. We're gonna do birth certificate, bond. When your birth certificate was monetized and converted into a United States government bond shortly after your birth by your mother, your net worth became unlimited into billions of dollars without your nor your mother's and father's knowledge. Take back your straw man. You can own your straw man. And what the straw man is, say for example, you get arrested. Or either, for, I don't know how many people going to jail, but you get pulled, you get a ticket or whatever. A lot of people get tickets for bullshit or whatever. When they summons you to go to court, that name that's in all capital letters, that is your straw man. That is not you, the living person, or you, the living individual. That's not you, the living individual. Because when you went to school and you wrote your name on your paper, it wasn't all capitals. It was the first letter in your name capital and the rest in lowercase. First letter of your first and last name in capitals and the rest in lowercase. The straw man is a fictitious entity. It's a fake entity. It's a fake thing, or also known as a corporation. This trust or bond, as they call it, can be accessed. But this is like the beginning, or was the beginning of my journey into finding out about these TDA account. How do I find my birth certificate bond number? Click on symbol lookup. Type in the birth certificate number on the birth certificate. Matter of fact, I had did this last year, And I could only, because I guess that's also in different banks as well. And I got my 15-year-old daughter. She was the only one that I could find, and she was like 6 point something million dollars. But excuse me, I also do a video about that as well. Let's see how you can find out how much you're worth. What I'm not sure of yet, because I am still studying. So for those of you who are more advanced and have done more research, have more knowledge, please, you know what I mean, don't be scared. You feel me? Go ahead and enlighten us. Um, but I don't know how to find out where the birth certificate is located. What I do know is that, let's say, who is trading on your birth certificate bond, that part right there. Um, it is being traded on the international stock market, like daily. Follow instructions. You will need court case numbers for any active cases. You have the social security card. You have the social security card of your corporation citizen status and a copy of your birth certificate. Yes, this was it. Fidelity.com. Instruction. So I'll post the link. Hell, I done clicked on the right shit. But that was how it was. And you get, I think you had to log in and also create an account with this one too. Um, but you go to fidelity.com. And the page should look like the following page. What was the following? They show me shit. But yeah, so the page should look like, my bad, y'all, I'm just all over. But I'm sorry, I gotta open this up in Chrome because that just fuck with Google like that. But yeah, so I guess that's the link, but we're gonna read the instructions first. You'll see a tab in the upper left hand corner, the tab for research, and then click on the quote option. Now, what I was saying was, when you go to fidelity.com, when I went there, I only had access for 30 days. You had to create an account there with Fidelity. And I was able to get a 30-day free membership or trial membership or whatever. Anyway, so instruction 3, at the top of the page, you will see delayed quotes. Click on symbol lookup. So I guess I'll do it first. You know what I mean? I'm going to upload this now, but I'll do a video showing me doing, checking my birth certificate or the one daughter that I was able to find. But anyway, so it says the bond details will be broken down into offering and oh Lord, I cannot say that word. I know analyze. Um God damn it. Okay, well, whatever. That right there. It will tell you whether the bond is annual or not. The maturity date, which is when the payment on your bond or IOU is due, whether there is call protection. Yes, on call protection means you cannot call in the bond if you are owed. Social Security bonds will always say this because you cannot collect until maturity, which is retirement or disability. Anyone in the movement for sovereignty giving you advice that you can cash in on this bond is directing you to trouble and legal and lawful problems. Also, Social Security bonds are not marginable, which means you cannot draw a line of credit off of them because this is what the debtor, the United States, is doing. They're drawing a line of credit off of you through its international obligations secured by Article 6 of the Constitution of the 14th Amendment and other statute codes that make you a subject. So you cannot write site drafts off of a claim on the federal government based on a birth certificate. Instruction 8, birth certificate. Instruction 9, click on initial trading company under symbol. This will give you all of the trading information about who is trading on that fund of the birth certificate is a part of. This document was created when you were an infant. Commercial laws allow for you to cancel and rescind this. You hear that? Commercial law allows for you to cancel and rescind this simple contract and to make a claim in recoupment or reparations for the fraud committed upon you when you were an infant. So all that shit right there saying you can't cash in or whatever because the government own you, you feel me? Right here, instruction 9 tell you how you can get reparations for the fraud that the government committed. Um, it's look up. It's right here. It says CUCC 3-305. Instruction 10, court cases. How they say instruction 10? It ain't in bold letters. You know, see, I ain't trying to hide shit low key. Anyway, next, you can look up any court case. Type in the case number of the federal, state, or municipal court case, and you can find out who owns the marginable line of credit on the annual bond. I just lost my place. Oh, on the annual bond of the federal, state, or municipal entity. A QSIP or CUSIP, I'm going to say QSIP. A QSIP number will appear, which tells you that the bond is on record with a clearinghouse agency of the federal government, most likely the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation or one of its subsidiaries. After you get the case, click on the symbol to see the present trading. So, instruction 9, I mean, I guess, I'll start from the beginning, but so basically it is saying that you need to go ahead and own your shit before you pull money from it. Yeah. But the thing is, this is for the birth certificate. You can't draw a line of credit with. And I'm talking about the social security number, which is what we working with. But this is how it all started, though. This is the foundation of of my journey to coming into pulling this shit off Amazon and trying to access my TDA account in full. Instruction 11, letters of credit. Where to go to search for letters of credit. Welcome to the common law subreddit. But so this is just a nice little introductory. I actually have my sovereign papers, or we call it secure party creditor. And just a quick thing on that. Let me see if I can find out. Secure party creditor, to break it down to layman's terms, is like when you buy a house and you have to pay a mortgage. That's not an asset. I forget what the other word for it, like the opposite of assets. I could just Google it right quick, but I'm trying to find something else. Fuck it, because I was talking about it earlier today. But I want the correct term of it. Of red, really? What is the opposite of red? Anyway, of asset. Liability. That's not the word I'm looking for. But I mean it's accurate, but it's not the word I was looking for. But if it's not an asset, it is a liability. And if you're buying a home and you're not making money off of it, like you've bought a house to reside in, it's not an asset, it's a liability, because once you in the home, things are bound to break. You know what I mean? You're not making money off of it. You know what I mean? You ain't making no profit with it. It's it's a liability. But so becoming a secure party creditor, you won't be the person to pay a mortgage. You know what I mean? You won't be the person doing that. You would be the bank. You know what I'm saying? You would be the one who actually owns the home. You would have the deed to the house. Once you become a secure party creditor, you are no longer the bankee, you are the banker. Oh, that's all. What is secured party creditor. Now, I haven't Googled this, but here we go. Become a secure party creditor via a UCC/UCC1 lien filing process through our UCC redemption. A secure party creditor is someone who holds the superior lien over the straw man, the debtor. As a secure party creditor, you can eliminate your credit card debt and stop foreclosures. And baby, this is just the beginning. You feel me? You own your straw man once you become a secure party creditor. And this is where me and my fiance, this is where we are. He actually is more advanced than I, because when me and him met back up, he kind of had like answers to the questions I was searching for. I was already familiar with this and other aspects of it, but like familiar with it, you know what I mean? He had been in prison and was talking, y'all people in prison, y'all got the inside scoop on all type of shit. So he was in there thugging and, you know what I mean, maintaining this shit, but at the same time, he ain't no stupid nigga, so he was in there educating himself as well. But yeah, so you become a secure party creditor and you can own your straw man. I don't know, I like freedom, so that's why I clicked on it. So I should be saving these links. A description. Are you ready to take back control of your own life? Becoming a secure party creditor is the first step towards this goal. This process includes everything that needs to be done to establish a superior interest in the debtor trust. In the U-File package, Sovereign Filing Solutions is your personal agent. Will complete all necessary documentation. Hey, y'all get their website, or makefreedom.com. I'll post the link if I don't forget it. I'm trying to remember the first one I went to. But yeah, so anyway. Personal agent complete all necessary documentation. Documentation creation only on your behalf so that you can be worry-free and confident in your standing as a secured party creditor. In the filing included package, Sovereign Filing Solutions as your personal agent will complete all necessary documentation and filings on your behalf. I feel like I just read this shit. Anyway, documents that are included in this filing: security agreement, common law copyright, hold harmless and indemnity agreement. Wow, Form 56, W. Okay, so you see all this. Your chargeback. Oh, benefits of becoming a secure party creditor. Separates with specific distinction in the flesh and blood man from the fictitious corporate entity. Reserves, secures rights and interests. Remember, you have no rights unless they are asserted, because the police will try you like you ain't shit. Trust. If you ain't know, anyway, creates the ability to. I have to correct that. Some of them will. I didn't say all in the first place because I don't really like to use terms like all, always, and that type of shit. I like to be very selective when I do use my words, for the most part. But sometimes my mouth get a little free flowing, what I'm talking about. So anyway, reserves and secures rights and interests. Remember, you have no rights unless they're asserted. Creates the ability to proceed in other filings and venues. You act as your own lawyer, your own attorney. You have power of attorney over your straw man. Establish a superior interest in the debtor trust. Establishes a common law copyright. Defines penalties for violations of rules and rights. So we're going to write that. That's 6 right there. That's 6. To explain that, defines penalties for violations of rules and rights. For example, the right to travel. I'm use that one because that's First thing came to my mind. So, you as a secure party creditor, you don't need a license, a driving license. You do not need that. We have the God-given right to travel. Statutory law, which is what the courts, the judicial courts go by now, was created from commercial law or common law. That's where statutory law comes from. It is the foundation of the laws that we go by today. When I was locked up, I was in that book, the criminal law book for Florida. You would need the one for your state, but case laws is everything, and you can reference the case laws for having the right to travel. Now, you have the right to travel without a license unless you're doing business. Excuse me. If you're doing business, then you need a business license to show what type of commerce you're dealing in. And what was this? MakeFreedom.com. I'm trying to remember. Dang, I got 60 pages open. We ain't gonna even look through that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna keep it right there. So my little search recommendations stay clean, cause I don't know what's going on. What type of shit might pop up. What is the right to travel? And I'm just gonna back it up like that. The driver's license versus the right to travel. What the fuck? I guess that's because the police fuck you. The right to travel. I'm molested. Driver's license. I'm gonna go to that. Driver's license versus the right to travel. The lawful path. U.S. Supreme Courts have ruled that motorists need not have licenses to drive vehicles on public roads. Oh, let me tell you about Snopes. They full of shit. For real, for real. This is random or whatever, but Snopes, I remember back when Red Bull came out, when Red Bull first came out, and they was like, oh, Red Bull got bull sperm in it, or Red Bull got piss in it, or whatever, right? So I was like, what the fuck am I drinking? So, and back then I was drinking the Red Bull mixed with Parrot Bay or whatever. So I looked it up, and the energy drinks have something called. First off, I checked it out in Snopes, and then Snopes, of course, it says false or whatever. Same with the aborted fetus cells, the babies that are aborted, from abortion clinics. They were saying, I saw on Facebook that they were using dead babies in our food, the aborted fetus cells, or I don't know what it was, but they were saying aborted babies was in our food. So I checked Snopes. Of course, Snopes say false, that bullshit. But both for the Red Bull and for the aborted fetus stuff, it's very true. Red Bull don't use piss or urine. They don't use urine, and it's not bull sperm. But what it literally is bullshit. It's bile, Bile. The taurine. I ended up just googling what is taurine, at Taurine, and it comes from bulls, and it's in the bile, and it has something in there which somebody had the nerve to want to argue back to me, saying that, oh well, breast milk also has that same type of stuff in it. And I know ain't no way in hell these people pumping out human breast milk and putting it in our drinks. You know what I mean? Cows are more easily accessible. They kill them more. You know what I mean? Like, being logical pertaining to that. Now, true enough, the government cloning motherfuckers, and I mean, who knows? They, I believe with every being in my body, every fiber in my body, that they got us created up. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, so anyway, Snopes with that bullshit. But the right to travel. I don't know, APFN. case 1. Oh, that's what you need. Case laws right there. Case laws. Right to travel. No driver's license required in the U.S. Open in Chrome. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all need to check the links. Y'all need to check the links because I'm not going to remember this. Despite actions of police and local courts, higher courts have ruled that American citizens have a right to travel without state permits. For years, professionals within the criminal justice system has acted on the belief that traveling by motor vehicle was a privilege that was given to a citizen only after approval by their state government in the form of a permit or license to drive. In other words, an individual must be granted the privilege before his use of the state highways was considered legal. Legislators, police officers, and court officials are becoming aware that there are court decisions that disprove the belief that driving is a privilege and therefore requires approval in the form of license. Presented here are some cases. And case laws is everything. When you go to court, you write your affidavit stating what happened line by line. Go get that bitch notarized, and the affidavit stand as truth in the court of law. Them bitches cannot tell you, they can't dismiss that shit. They can't dismiss that shit unless they are able to go down line by line in your affidavit showing evidence that you were wrong. And if you have evidence line by line or exhibits 1, 2, 3, ABC, I think they do exhibits like with letters, exhibit A, exhibit B, or whatever. You got exhibits and your affidavit on point, you good. And you got case laws, you fire, you good. Anyway, case 1. The use of the highway for the purpose of travel and transportation is not a mere privilege, but a common fundamental right of which the public and individuals cannot rightfully be deprived. And that is Chicago Motor Coach versus Chicago 169 Northeast. That's the case law, what you would have to refer to, Chicago Motor Coach versus Chicago 169 Northeast 221. And then case 2, which you can put every case law you can find and they'll stamp that shit on your affidavit. So that way, you have more backing you up on your side. The case 2, the right of the citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport his property thereon either by carriage or by automobile is not a privilege which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common law right which he has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what my baby always be like. I have the right to pursue happiness. And baby, you do. But anyway, so and that's Thompson versus Smith. Case 3, the right to travel is a part of liberty which citizens cannot be deprived without due process of law under the Fifth Amendment. Kent versus Dulles. Case 4, the right to travel. So anyway, as you see, that's like you don't need a license, but you definitely have to go through the proper protocols and make sure you have the right documentation to show these bitches when they pull you. If you don't, okay. No room for speculations. American citizens do indeed have inalienable rights to use roadways unrestricted in a manner as long as they are not damaging or violating property or rights of others. So you can't be just driving and running motherfuckers over, running pedestrians over because, you feel like it. You still got to, not hit nobody or whatever. Not be bearing in the back of people's cars because they going too slow or whatever. Government in requiring people to obtain driver's licenses and accepting vehicle inspections and roadblocks without questions is restricting and therefore violating the people's common law right to travel. Is this a new legal interpretation on the subject? Apparently not. This means the belief and opinions of our state. This means that the belief and opinions our state legislators, the courts, and those in law enforcement have acted upon for years have been in error. What? This means they've been fucking up for years. They have been in error. They have been wrong. Researchers armed with actual facts state that case law is overwhelming in determining that to restrict the movement of the individual, the free exercise of his right to travel, is a serious breach of those freedoms secured by the U.S. Constitution. that means it is unlawful. What they doing is unlawful, and they getting paid off it. How many tickets you done paid to get your license right? I owe them motherfuckers over. I owe their ass over $1,000 right now. And I mean, hell, the interest probably building as we speak. But for real, they supposed to drop that down some because I did my time fucking around with that situation too. So, and once again, for those of y'all who don't know, yes, I'm on house arrest. No, it has nothing to do with me accessing the money. It's something else going on. Um, but so anyway, yeah. So this is just a little something. I don't know how long I'm. Oh well, hell, you know what? I like this little thing, but it does not tell me how long I've been recording for. So, but yeah, this is just a little something to get y'all started. And being that I know, well, no, I'm gonna copy and post this link here and try and find the other link I had or whatever about the straw man. But I hope this helps with y'all search and maybe inform some of y'all that is trying to figure out where the fuck this money coming from. That's your shit. That's your shit. Go get your shit, baby. Go get that shit. I'm damn sure about to get mine. Good luck to y'all. And as always, if you have any questions, you feel me, hit me up. Or anybody that's, insightful about this and have, links and stuff. It's also a book called Redemption 4.5. Just Google Redemption Manual 4.5, free download, and that'll give you a great explanation. It's a big book, but it's free. If you go on Amazon and try and buy that bitch, it could be anywhere from $50 to $100 on up. So get that free shit. You feel me? All right, y'all. Yeah.